I am alive, alive with spirit. I am alive, alive and free. I am alive, alive with spirit. I am alive, spirit flows through me. One more time, here we go. I am alive, alive with spirit. I am alive, alive and free. I am alive, alive with spirit. I am alive, spirit flows through me. Hey.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, are you having a great morning? Do you love yourself? Is there anybody who didn't answer that with a strong yes? Well, because you gotta love yourself before you can love others, and I want all your love. So there. Well, my name is Jackie Peterson, and on behalf of Reverend Donna Maurer and the Board of Trustees, I welcome you here this morning to our Sonoran Desert Center for Spiritual Living. Whoever you are, wherever you are on your individual spiritual path, you're welcome here. We honor you. We honor that you have your own path. And we believe that by coming here and hearing the messages that are given, that you can be all that you want to be. Our vision statement, you know what it is. Say it with me. Love in action, every day, in every way. And you start by loving yourself. So we do express this love here by learning and living the principles of the science of mind. On the back of your programs, you'll find them, and please read them with me now. I believe there is an infinite intelligence operating throughout the universe. I believe this intelligent power is only good. I believe this intelligence expresses as me. I believe through my conscious use of this power, I create my life as happy, healthy, and complete, and so it is. Do we have anybody here that's here for the first time today? Second time. Tell us again what your name is. Laura. Welcome again. Thanks for coming back. Anybody else here for the first time? Sean, yes. In fact, I remember him. You've been coming for quite a while. Yeah, okay. We're delighted to have you back. Thank you. So I do want to thank all of the volunteers that we have in this church. We wouldn't be anything without the volunteers. And that means that you even volunteer just to come here to sit in these seats on Sunday. So that's great. Everybody is a volunteer. And you know, I think that the finest thing that there is in life is to volunteer to help somebody else in some way, shape, or form. And it matters not the amount of time. We don't measure it. We don't judge it. Just volunteering is what we're all about, is caring for people. So thank you all very much. And I'm not going to point out anyone specific today because it's all of us. It's what we do. Love in action every day in every way. So I want to direct your attention to the announcements on the inside page.
Well, I try to be short. I'm going to try not to cry. Spirit really does work in unusual ways. I know you all know that, but this was particular. Week before last, I asked John Lopez, who was the practitioner on duty, for a treatment after service, because I was going to go the following weekend, which was last weekend, to Birmingham, Alabama, and see my oldest of the two grandchildren graduate from college down there, the University of Alabama. And I was excited because Lord knows I haven't been away forever. So the thing that was bothering me, though, was that my flight got in at 10:30 at night. And the hotel where we were staying, which wasn't in Tuscaloosa where the college is, but rather in Birmingham, was kind of out in the country between the two cities, and they didn't have an airport shuttle. And when I called and asked them, they said, oh, no, but there's a lot of ride sharing that you can do. Well, panic set in because I've never done ride sharing, and I know, anybody else here that's never done Uber or Lyft? Am I the only odd man out? I'm an old lady, and I'm coming in late at night, and I'm going to a hotel that's in the middle of two cities out in the country, and I don't know anybody in there. I've never done this before, and I just kind of was worried. So I got educated from my kids, and they told me what to expect, and I kind of pulled up my bootstraps and said, yep, okay, I can do this. So I got in at 10:30, and I'll tell you what happened. That was my demonstration. When I boarded in Denver, I needed help putting my suitcase up on the shelf. And so I always go in looking for a big, tall, burly man, sort of like that. And yep, there it was right there. And right over here across the aisle was a place for my luggage. So I said, excuse me, would you mind helping me put my bag up here? I'm sorry, it's just a little bit heavy. Oh, no, he said, I'm happy to. Hops right up, sticks it in there and said, you want to sit right here? Well, he was sitting on the aisle. A lady was sitting in the middle, on the window, and the middle seat was empty. And I don't ever sit by the exit row because the seats don't tilt and all that stuff. But it was awkward to say no. So I said, oh, sure, thank you very much. So I sat down and we chatted a little bit. And it turns out this was his wife by the window. They always sit there because they like to have elbow room and there's more leg room in there. And so we talked. They were from Birmingham. And we talked, and the flight went really fast. It was 2.5 hours that seemed like it just went by in about 30 minutes. And I said, well, then do you use Uber? And they said, well, occasionally, but we usually take our car and leave it at the airport. But we have used Uber before. And I told her my dilemma, and I said, how will I know where to go? Is it easy to find? And she said, well, it says ride share. You'll find it. And she described to me, and my kids had given me tips. You get on the phone right away, and you act like you're talking to somebody, and you say, I'm here. And then the Uber driver who kills little old ladies in the crime shows, he will know that someone's expecting you, so that'll give him pause for thought. You see, they gave me all these clues. So she said, I'm sure you'll be fine. So they had checked their luggage, and they hurried and got their luggage, and he got mine down for me, and off they went to baggage claim. Well, she told me that the ride sharing, the place where you catch the ride sharing is right outside baggage claim. So I took the elevator, not the escalator, because I'm a little wobbly with that bag. And when I got out, she was waiting for me. And I said, well, gosh, here we are again. And she said, yeah, I want to talk to you a minute. And I said, okay. And I thought, I wonder what this is. And I remember asking John to treat for a wonderful trip with no complications, smooth and peaceful, which he did. And so I thought, well, so far so good. This is really good. I hope she's not going to tell me something awful. So she said, you don't know us at all, but we just enjoyed talking with you so much. And you told us where your hotel is, and it's right on the way to our house. And we would really love to give you a ride. And I am thinking, you don't look like a serial killer. So they were really nice. So I said, if you'll let me pay you. And nope, they wouldn't let me pay. And so I said, well, you've made my day. Yes, I would love to have you give me a ride. And so we got in the car, he took my luggage, and as we were talking, he told me that his son had graduated from a Christian college in Mississippi, and I was feeling better, all the time, and they were so sweet. Then when we got to the exit, she said, you see, you're on exit 147, and our house is just off of exit 137, so we're just really right on the way. And this was no problem at all. They parked the car, they got out, they went in with me. They didn't want me to be left alone in the airport in case there was no night clerk or whatever. God works in mysterious ways, so thank you very much.
The God in me beholds the God in you. It is all for our greatest and highest good. The God in me beholds the God in you, and you and I are one. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. It is all for our greatest and highest good. The God in me beholds the God in you, and you and I are one. Namaste. Namaste.
Good morning. I am your practitioner today. The practitioner is the praying arm of the church, and so what we do is pray. Thank you, Loma, so much for sharing your demonstration. So if you would like prayer and to be able to come up and share your demonstration, please fill out a prayer card and put it in the box over there. So get comfortable, close your eyes, take a deep breath into your heart, into that place of pure love, of pure light, and pure goodness. Today, I stand in the knowingness that God is all there is. God is the truth of our being, the truth of who we are. Divine Spirit is our source and our supply. It's the place from which we draw our strength and courage and love and peace. God is the healing presence within each of us and within this divine community of love that we are each a part of. I know that we are each divinely appointed to be here today, and I share in this service with you as it unfolds perfectly. There are blessings for Reverend Donna, whose words inspire and teach us, and we anchor this by saying, so I light the service candle, knowing that we each have a light within us, and we take that light out into the world. Happy Mother's Day to all of you who have mothers, are mothers, were mothered, who had dads that were mothered, and maybe were dads that are mothers. So my talk today is Moving Beyond Conditioned Thinking by Kelly Robbins. It's out of one of the Science of Mind magazines, probably a couple of months or years ago. The study of spirituality offers abundant opportunities to get to know ourselves intimately. Yet most of us don't take the time and energy to explore our inner world in this way. Most interpret spirituality intellectually and stop there. We are quick to recite texts and can hold a passionate conversation about many things. However, this knowledge stays in our head, other than translating to a personal relationship with God that changes who we are in any way. For some, intellectually understanding different aspects of spirituality does not convert to getting to know themselves and deepening their connection with spirit. Understanding ourselves and having a personal relationship with the divine changes us. This change doesn't happen in our head, though it may begin there. This change, evolving from within, demands viewing ourselves and the world through a different lens, one that allows us to diversify our thinking. Breaking through society's conditioned way of thinking is integral to evolving from within. The ability to see beyond conditioned thinking is a lifelong skill and the key to knowing our true selves and deepening connection with spirit. The goal is to see events and circumstances as they are, not as we think or wish them to be. The first step to move beyond conditioned thinking is to continuously choose to see the truth. Our ability to think for ourselves and break out of the collective consciousness gives us the gift of insight. A second aspect of breaking through conditioned thinking is developing a personal understanding of universal law, discerning what is true of ourselves, and questioning our beliefs about what is possible, asking if what we see in our life aligns with what we know is true. Another aspect of spiritual enlightenment is teaching ourselves to think. We do this by asking quality questions, choosing to see the contradictions in life, and then exploring them. Breaking through the automated thinking and responses we participate in each moment of our lives takes dedication and perseverance. Taking time to be aware of the lens through which we look at our lives is one way to interrupt our automated responses. The spiritual lesson in moving beyond conditioned thinking is often found on the path to discovering the art of working with universal law. The unchanging laws of the universe apply to all without exception. Taking the time and energy to engage in spiritual exploration and apply it to our personal experience moves us beyond conditioned thinking. So what one thing can you do today to break through the conditioned thinking that has you stuck? Through ongoing reflection and determination, we can disrupt our rote responses and automated ways of living, bringing us closer to knowing ourselves as we are. Thank you. So I take this candle and hold the high watch for each and every person here today, and each and every person not here today with us. Thank you.
Today I want to celebrate the sacred feminine in all of us, in all the world. And so Karen Drucker wrote an incredible song, Oh Mother God. Oh Mother God, flowing through our hearts, we give thanks for the bread of our lives, for the hands in the earth and the fruit of the womb. Oh Mother God, blessed be. Oh Mother God, blessed be. Oh Mother God, thank you for this day, for the love that you wash over me, and this joy in my heart I will share with the world. Oh Mother God, blessed be. Oh Mother God, blessed be. Oh Mother God, flowing through our hearts, we give thanks for the bread of our lives, for the hands in the earth and the fruit of your womb. Oh Mother God, blessed be. Oh Mother God, blessed be. Mother God, blessed be. Thank you. Namaste.
It's a perfect song for Mother's Day. Thank you. She asked if I wanted something special. I said, whatever you give us is going to be perfect. So, good morning. Good morning. And happy Mother's Day. My son is here, and he was the one who was passing out the flowers this morning. He also brought me a big bouquet of flowers, so I am duly noted as a good mom. Well, our theme this month is good to great to grand. And I think most of us who've been on a spiritual path for a while can see that we have evolved into happier and more loving people. And as we see the connection of all things, we have a reverence for all life and a deeper compassion for each other. We all know that our thought is creative. All of our coursework is based on the idea of reprogramming our thoughts so that when we are aware that our thinking is not in alignment with the attributes of spirit, love, truth, beauty, joy, harmony, peace, abundance, then we can gently and deliberately bring ourselves back to that truth of who we really are. I loved what Louise read this morning because it's a perfect introduction into this particular topic. It's a lifelong process, and just about the time that we think we have it, something sets us on our heels and we need to regroup and to remember that we are God in form and turn our attention back to those things that we do wish to experience in our lives. Our topic today is the value-led life, and this week we're going to explore our own core values and how to live from them more fully. When I was younger, it seemed like every single week there was a workshop on core values. There was and I haven't seen any for a long time. So maybe this is our refresher. So according to the materials from our field ministers, learning to live from our values is a transformative journey of self-discovery and alignment. It begins by understanding the areas on which we focus our attention and energy. By consciously directing our energies toward pursuits that resonate with our values, we create a life that is in alignment with who we are. Exploring and embracing our passions allows us to tap into the wellspring of inspiration and joy within us. When we align our actions with our passions, we infuse our lives with purpose and fulfillment. Understanding and clarifying our beliefs helps us navigate the world with integrity and authenticity. So by identifying our core values and aligning our thoughts, words, and deeds with them, we establish a strong foundation for living in harmony with our true selves. And he says, by integrating the elements of attention, passions, and beliefs, we turn our values into action, enabling us to live authentically and wholeheartedly. Our personal values are a central part of who we are and who we want to be. And as we define those core values, they become the elements that guide us to wiser choices than if we didn't know what those values are. Some of life's decisions are really about determining what we value most. When many options seem reasonable, we can rely on our values to point us in the right direction. When how we live matches our values, life is usually good. When our existence doesn't align with our personal values, that's when things are out of sorts. In The Laws of Money, Suze Ormond writes, "A few years ago, I came to understand that when we all enter this world, we do so with two wings. One wing is the wing of grace,
And whether we know it or not, that wing is flapping by our side, supporting us 24 hours a day. The other wing, which we have to consciously activate, is the wing of self-discovery. This wing has to flap equally with the wing of grace. And when it does, we will have flight into the world of unlimited possibilities where anything and everything is possible. Then, and only then, will we understand how powerful we truly are. So to me, the wing of grace that Suze Armand is talking about is what Deepak Chopra calls the sea of potentiality. It is the full creativity of spirit that is freely given. And self-discovery, then, is the effort we make to bring that potential into our experience. From our spiritual side, we have been given all of the gifts of spirit. From our human side, it is up to each of us to activate those gifts in our world of affairs. Our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, says, grace means that which is given. Works means that which is earned. Since everything is given, we will have to earn the right to use it by perception and through action. And we earn this right through self-exploration. When we are actively involved in the process of self-discovery, we can begin to replace limiting beliefs and thoughts with a deeper awareness and understanding of our core values. When we claim the attributes of God as our own birthright, then we can step into a bigger version of ourselves. Knowing our core values and keeping them at the front of our consciousness helps us live from a deeper place, so that, as Suze Armand says, our second wing of self-discovery flaps equally with the wing of grace. Pastor John C. Maxwell says, your core values are the deeply held beliefs that authentically describe your soul. So there's some blue things on the table. These are values. There's a whole slew of them. And they suggest that to know what your core values are, try to condense them to about 15 that really resonate with you. And actually, I would reduce them to 5 and no more than 10. And once you have identified these words as your core values, then write a statement that further defines each one as it applies to you. For example, if generosity is one of your core values, your statement might be, I am thankful for all that I have, so I give my time and money freely and with love. And when you're finished with those 5 to 10 to 15 statements, you're going to have your own manifesto to live by. We also have to remember that values can be completely reversed in certain circumstances. You may have truthfulness on your list of values. But what if you saw a fox run by you, followed by a group of hunters on horses? How would you answer their question, which way did the fox go? I'm not going to tell them. And there's a story about when the Titanic was sinking. It was a very rich woman who was in her cabin when the order came to abandon ship was given. There was no time to pack possessions. She noticed 2 things on her dressing table: her jewel box and a bowl of oranges. She made a rapid assessment of what was most valuable to her in the situation she was in now. And she abandoned her jewels and quickly grabbed oranges that she might give nourishment on the open sea where jewels would be valueless. I read a story. Well, there's a story that Stephen Covey tells. and he was talking about values. And he said, Hitler had values. And one of his values was to unify Germany. But he didn't have that other wing. He didn't have that wing of understanding who and what we really are, that we are all connected to the one source. So values have kind of an interesting, they take an interesting turn now and then. Reverend Ryan Alexander, co-founder of Soul Evolution Collaborative based in Florida, is the contributor of this month's theme and topics. And he gave us 3 discussion points, which are attention, passion, and beliefs, so we're going to look at those. He says that where we place our attention plays a vital role in the process of discovering and living from our values. When we direct our energy and attention, where we direct our energy and attention determines what we perceive, experience, and ultimately prioritize in our life. By consciously focusing our attention on the aspects that align with our values, we become more attuned to the things that truly matter to us. And it allows us to filter out those distractions and noise that we often encounter in life. Being true to ourselves may take precedence over making somebody else happy, pleasing somebody else. So when we know that these are our values, then we can look at what we're going to experience or trying to experience, and does it fit? And if it doesn't, how do I change that so that it does? So ultimately, attention serves as a compass that guides us on the path to discovering and living from our values. You and I have the capacity to stand apart from ourselves and examine our thinking, our motives, our history, our scripts, our basic belief systems, and then our actions and tendencies that stem from these. And this, too, is part of paying attention. So much of the time, we're responding to life in habitual ways that we inherited, and often from infancy. And we never question those beliefs to see if they truly hold meaning for us. My mother was very critical, and I grew up believing I could never live up to her expectations. I've done a lot of work on this, yet even today when someone's critical of me, I sometimes recoil in defense instead of seeing the constructive message that I'm being given. I am responding to my mother, not the person in front of me. So when I can step back and take a moment to remember that this is my tendency, then I can move into that present moment and listen with love, respond in love, and then grow through that experience. So attention then is being mindful not only of our outer experiences, but of our inner responses and reactions. Passion is number 2. Reverend Ryan says, understanding the things that stir passion within us points us in the direction of our values. Our passions are the powerful currents that flow through our being, guiding us towards experiences that bring us joy and meaning. When we take the time to understand and connect with our passions, we gain insight into what truly matters to us on a deep level. So many of us, I think, are re-examining what passion is to us. In younger years, we threw ourselves into our work. We threw ourselves into projects. We threw ourselves into raising our kids. And we were passionate about that. There was a strong emotion. But passion for me today means something else. It really means to see the awe and wonder in everyday experiences. Mary Oliver, in her poem Summer's Day, says, "Who made the world? Who made the swan and the black bear? Who made the grasshopper? This grasshopper, I mean, the one who has flung herself out of the grass, the one who's eating sugar out of my hand, who is moving her jaws back and forth instead of up and down, who is gazing around with her enormous and complicated eyes. Now she lifts her pale forearms and thoroughly washes her face. Now she snaps her wings open and floats away. I don't know exactly what a prayer is. I do know how to pay attention, how to fall down into the grass, how to kneel down into the grass, how to be idle and blessed, how to stroll through the field, which is what I've been doing all day. Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last and too soon? Tell me what it is you plan to do with your one wild and precious life. To me, that's passion. To me, that's passion. That you can have passion over a bug. The word passion from the Greek means to be acted on. And it can range from eager interest in or admiration for an idea, proposal, or cause, enthusiastic enjoyment of an interest or activity, strong excitement, attraction, or emotion. But sometimes, to live passionately, we simply need to kneel down in the grass, to spend a minute with a grasshopper, or an ant, or a butterfly. To live with passion is not to let those tiny miracles go unnoticed, but to embrace them and make them the stars of our day. And the third one he talks about is belief. Reverend Ryan says that our beliefs serve as the foundation upon which our values are built, shaping the way we perceive ourselves and others and the world around us. Our systems of belief influence our thoughts, actions, and decisions. Our beliefs are those deeply ingrained ideas and principles that influence our understanding of what is important, meaningful, and true. They form the lens through which we interpret our experiences and shape our values. So our beliefs provide a framework for defining our values as they determine what we prioritize, what we stand for, and what we aspire to. I think most of us here understand that what we think about, what we believe about life, is what we must experience. This is the law of cause and effect at work. No change ever comes about by attacking the problem. Change comes only when there is a change in what we believe. By consciously exploring and aligning our beliefs with our authentic selves, we cultivate a value system that reflects and allows us to live with integrity and authenticity. By harnessing the power of attention, passion, and belief, we can take steps toward a value-led life. This starts by cultivating mindfulness and directing our attention towards understanding our core values. And then we can begin to shift our system of thought, belief, and action in ways that align with those values. Aligning our thoughts, words, and actions with these beliefs guides us toward living a life of integrity and authenticity. And then that way, our wing of grace and our wing of self-discovery flap in tandem and give us the ability to fly. Thank you. Namaste.
If you would like to stand, you're more than welcome to for our next song, Our Thoughts Are Prayers. This is a traditional tune that was written, I can't remember her name, but our dear Eric Hansen truly brought it to life with his My Medicine folk album. Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Listen to what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer. tools that we create with. Our thoughts are prayers that spirit resonates with. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of mindfulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer, and every thought becomes a prayer.
I always step away from the mic when there's a song because I can't carry a tune in a bucket. So I don't want to throw everybody off. That's why I step over there. Okay, it's time for our offering, and I'm putting that law of circulation in process. So won't you join me in our offering affirmation? My gift goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless all that it touches. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I share generously of my good, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly, and so it is.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you. Very nice. Okay. If you really want to delve into a bit more about your values, please pick up one of those blue sheets and kind of fool around with it and see what you come up with. Okay, so we thank you so much for your generosity that makes us a vibrant part of this community. I've been this last week, I've been looking back over some of the things that we have done as a community, and it's pretty amazing. I don't think anybody has an idea of how we've affected this community. I really don't. Anyway, let's close this portion out in prayer, and then please join us for refreshments. And if you're on your way, if you're a snowbird and you're on your way, please let us know so that we can send you off, with love and joy, So. All right. I know that there is one divine intelligence. And this divine intelligence expresses as love, as truth, as beauty, as joy, as harmony, peace, and abundance. I know that this is our divine heritage. And as we clear the cobwebs of past beliefs, we can step into a world of joy and wonder. So I speak my word that each one of us experiences that joy and wonder in every area of our life right now. I speak my word for those people and those places where it may not be so obvious, and know that right where they are is the power and healing presence of God. I give thanks for the opportunity to be here today. I give thanks to be part of this incredible spiritual community. And I simply know that all is well as we say together, and so it is. Thank you. May we stand and sing Stand.
So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are living a new world now. So let